One swimming up, one swimming downstream. The Pisces life, the Pisces life. Two fish living in a dream. One swimming up, one swimming downstream. The Pisces life, 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 the Pisces life.
Oh my goodness. The Daily Beast is a beast. Opening paragraph. There was some healing that needed to happen. And so in October 2018, Hollywood superstar Will Smith joined his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, for a special 2-part episode of her Facebook Watch series, Red Table Talk. 1 year prior, the Daily Beast had published an interview with Leah Remini, the ex-Scientologist turned whistleblower who alleged that Pinkett Smith was a devoted practitioner of Scientology, a costly endeavor, reaching its highest operating thetan or whatever it is. That comprises tales of intergalactic overlords, dead alien souls, and all of this mess. This is what Remini said. I know Jada's in. I know Jada's in. She's been in Scientology a long time. She continues, I never saw Will Smith there, but I saw Jada at the Celebrity Center. They opened up a Scientology school and have since closed it. But Jada, I had seen her at the Scientology Celebrity Center all the time, end quote, from Miss Leah Remini.
So let's talk about the Scientology, which people equate to, cult-like behavior and following.
And where's that man's wife at? Disappeared from the public and ain't been seen since.
Just saying.
Some woman waved from a window. They said it was her. Nope.
I'm just saying.
Go ahead.
That it's strange. I remember being in Brooklyn 2 years ago for business, unrelated. And oftentimes when I'm traveling domestically or internationally, I look on the interwebs to see if there's an open mic or some poetry reading, because I'm a poet and, I try to support that craft wherever I go. And there was a poetry reading open mic that was going to be held at a Scientology school in Brooklyn. And I was like, oh no, y'all not gonna send me back home with the juju on me.
That's right. That's right.
I will keep me and my poems right here in this hotel room where it's safe. Because I don't want to return back to my house and be a different person. I don't need that type of energy in my life. Those types of problems.
I agree. Well, check this out. The article goes on. According to Tony Ortega, the world's leading Scientology reporter and publisher of The Underground Bunker, while the Smiths aren't currently involved with the controversial religion, Pinkett Smith has, quote, definitely been misleading about her past involvement, end quote, in Scientology. He continues, I talked to close friends of Will Smith who said he was a dabbler. He dabbled in everything, and that Jada was the hardcore Scientologist. So now fast forward. The Smiths' mysterious private school in Tony, Calabasas, California, opened in 2008 with a big bang and then closed very quietly in 2013. The Daily Beast spoke to 4 former teachers and administrators, and one of them said essentially it was a Scientology school filled with mostly Scientologist teachers that taught students Scientology methods of learning. The New Village Leadership Academy began as a homeschool in one of the Smiths' unused residences in Indian Hills, California. Will and Jada gathered 20 to 30 kids, including their kids, Jaden and Willow, in their old home. It was a big house where they had several rooms, almost like a Montessori. They never mentioned Scientology. This is one of their other little friends. But I remember they sent me the L. Ron Hubbard books. I just didn't put it together. Girl, hello. Earth to you, Miss Olivia. There were other signs. She remembers Pinkett Smith ordering her to take classes in study technology, a dubious teaching method developed by Hubbard. It's just interesting. So the article goes on to just say that, she was clearly involved more so in that Scientology stuff than people want to let on. But their school they dropping the dime, but everybody got dimes to drop.
It's an interesting space regarding these beliefs that folks have. I just saw, as I was looking to see if there was any more information or any updates on Jada and or Will, and I want to shout out to Mr. Petty 14 on Twitter.
Mr. Petty.
Mr. Petty 14 announced the Entanglement Academy, where the principal is none other than Future.
Oh.
That the substitute teacher would be Jada Pinkett Smith, and the highest achieving student at the Entanglement Academy would be Tristan Thompson.
Oh, these people are not right. Mr. Petty Petty.
Mr. Petty broke it down.
Future would be the principal, the superintendent.
You know who is the gym teacher?
Who?
You know who the gym teacher is?
Who?
What's the gentleman who had the wife and the girlfriend on Love and Hip Hop New York?
Peter Guns.
Peter Guns is the gym teacher and athletic director, because he do look like he work out.
That gym needs to be shut down. That gym, the FBI needs to have it on its most watched list. If Peter Guns is in charge of a K through 12 institution, even in Entanglement Academy, it's Nope. It's even no, he's too dangerous for Entanglement Academy. That one right there. Nope.
Oh my
I'd take the Newt Rich from Love and Hip Hop over Peter Guns as the gym teacher, but no, he gonna be that counselor. He gonna be that counselor giving you hall passes to come see him. He's so fresh in the face and mouth and every other place.
Yes.
You had to bring up Love and Hip Hop, though, girl. This was some incoming tea tonight.
Ooh.
So you remember Tahiri? That was on there a long time ago, girl.
Yes.
I have not watched Love and Hip. I've left the genre. I've become an auntie. All that chick and that beat this and H that. I've just reached my limit of it. But anyway, Tahiri is on Married. Not Married at First Sight. That's my other show.
Boot Camp.
Yeah,
right?
Married. Yes, the Marriage Boot Camp. The hip hop edition. There we go. Well, she's on there with some guy. I don't know who this man is, but they've been doing a lot of damage control for the episode that's coming up because apparently he snatches her up on camera. And like Dr. Ish, who I think is absolutely gorgeous, by the way. And if I thought I had a chance, I'd make an appointment with him just to ask him out on a date. I'd be wrong, but I'd do it. He snatches her up on camera. She was in mid-sentence talking. He took all of his force, snatches her here, here, and then stands up over her and pushes her back. And Dr. Ish, I think Dr. Ish forgot the cameras was rolling. He said, "Oh,
Oh
no,
no.
no, no,
Oh
no, no."
no.
And it kind of looked like a no, like we at the block of 91st, and it's going down. What
Oh wow.
is you?
I
He
am
looked
so
like he was
sad.
Dr. Ish looked like he was about to get about it. I mean, just for a brief moment. And then he, was like, okay, now we're gonna separate for girl.
Well, if we can, since I'm in these Twitter streets, I would like to
That's what
shout
they
out
say.
to at Yummy Z Yoko,
Hey.
who Sister Yummy said, and she's beautiful too. All those men watched while Tahiri was attacked by a man, and only the show host got up to defend her. None of the men got up to beat his butt. None of the men there even said anything. Sister Yummy got a point.
Sister Yum Yum got a point. Now I'm over in the Twitter streets, and I see Sister Yummy. We agree with you, but here's the other thing that I have a problem with. She was on the Shade Room talking about, I wanted everybody to know that I'm okay. And I mean, he choked her. Dr. Ish looked like he was ready to go there with him. And I'd have put everything on Dr. Ish.
Oh, absolutely.
Everything.
Absolutely.
Let's look up who this man is, Vado. I don't know who he is.
I don't watch.
Oh, he's a rapper.
Will she just?
Oh.
Can Tahiri just like date a regular schmegular?
No, she's not interested.
Beautiful, kind-hearted, hard-working, love his mama, respect his sister, good uncle, good friend, some type of faith-based system, drives a decent car. I mean, no, not. And I'm not saying that a rapper specifically is a bad person. Because, I got bars. I rap a little bit too. But what I am saying is she had a super toxic and troublesome relationship with Joe Budden.
Oh, yeah.
And this new guy who I've never heard of before, doesn't mean that he isn't popular, but because isn't Tahiri close to 40 at this point?
Girl, I have no idea how old she is. I don't know how old any of the Love and Hip Hop crew is, but Vado is his name, and it's an acronym that stands for Violence and Drugs Only. Oh, well, we've seen that first part in action. It says that he has signed with DJ Khaled, We the Best music group. They said that he's been featured with Rick Ross and French Montana, sorry. And I literally have no idea who he is, but having seen the little clip, because Phaedra Parks is on there with somebody, they saying that she doing it for the cameras and all of that stuff, whatever.
Phaedra got a boo?
Phaedra got a boo. She don't know if she want him, though. That's why they there to figure it out.
According to Wikipedia, Tahiri is 41, and that's not to say that if you are older that you are not ever going to be subjected to violence against women. That age does not discriminate. It does, it just doesn't happen to older women. There are certainly, younger women. There are certainly older women who are involved in violent relationships of all sorts, and that saddens me tremendously that that happened to her. And I hope that she is safe wherever she is, because if he's doing that to her on TV, he know the cameras is running.
Right.
then what happens when we, the public, are not witnessing his anger or his behavior? And speaking of violence against women, did you happen to watch the video that the good, is she a representative or is she a congresswoman? The young
Ooh.
COVID brain, sis, COVID brain is taking over my life. I can't remember anybody's name. Help me, sweet. AOC. I'm gonna have to start making
Cortez.
everybody a acronym because I ain't gonna make it to the end of I ain't gonna know nobody name come
It's too
September.
much. I'm telling you.
AOC was accosted on the steps at the Capitol by Representative Ted Yoho or Yoo-hoo or
no.
And she gave a very powerful response to his lackluster apology based on him hurting his family, but not on hurting her feelings, which I thought was super interesting, that he was more concerned about the perception of him being, labeled as being a meanie McMeanie and accosting a woman than he was in apologizing to the woman herself. He called her a B, and he meant that.
Oh. Said it with his chest.
Said it with his chest more than once. And she, in his apology, he talked about, I have daughters, I have a wife, and all of these things. And in her speech, as she totally struck down his behavior and said that, a lackluster apology and hiding behind the fact that you are married and you have daughters does not excuse you from being inappropriate with your language and being threatening with your body position against a colleague, because she is a
colleague, right?
And so AOC said, I am someone's daughter too, and she pointed out that she actually is 2 years younger than his youngest daughter.
That's right.
So the fact that she was like, if my father was here, and I said, so that's when I stood up, sis. I said, because, you better believe if my daddy wasn't in the grave, if Yoho, Yoo-hoo, no, had a came at me like that, with Poppy Love still roaming this world, he wouldn't have made it to his next vote. They would have been looking for him for his vote.
You said he wouldn't have made it for the next vote.
They would have been like, Representative? Ted, oh.
Yoo-hoo, Yoho, where are you?
Yoo-hoo! Where you be? Because understand, the audacity, or as they say, the caucasity of him not respecting her space and being such a bully about his language because she is doing the work of the people. It's just a space that we live in. We've talked about previously men feeling like they have the rights to women's bodies. And a big piece of that is because of the disrespect and disregard for women, for feminine energy that is powerful and speaks truth to power and stands in the gaps and is willing to challenge those status quo. Hillary Clinton did not win the election, one, because it was stolen, but second, because other women, did not believe that she was the right choice for the country. And you gotta question the mental fortitude of anybody that looked at Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump and was like, you know what? You know what? I used to watch The Apprentice. He was entertaining on there. Maybe that's what I'm gonna do. Maybe he got a lot of money. We need money in this country. Like whatever the rationale that was put together to support where one secretly voted, because you understand that people wasn't out here on these streets saying, oh, I voted for Trump. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of secrecy in these interwebs and voting booths. Whole lot of secrecy.
A whole lot.
And look at us where we at now.
It's just a hot mess. The unemployment benefits done ended. Folks are angry about that. They don't know what they gonna do about it. And, we do this show for free. So, I'm in the streets looking for an opportunity and doing different things like everybody else, keeping my eyes and ears open for people too that might be we all we got. We all we got. Because these people don't give a doggone about us. You literally don't mind. Don't mind a whole country going to hell in a handbag. At the time tonight, before we got on this call, I had looked. We have surpassed 150,000 deaths in the United States due to COVID-19. That's not anything at all to underestimate. I don't even know if that's I don't have a word, the gravity of that.
Yes.
150,000 lives, families, communities have been changed around the United States. I read a story about a woman who insisted about having a wedding and she didn't care about the corral limitations. She was going to have 100 people and that's it. Well, the entire wedding party is ill with COVID-19. 14 members of their wedding party, COVID-19.
Just.
In addition to the guests, why are you all trying to gather up and gather around? Sit down.
Why do you think that you, who barely probably passed high school biology, and all you had to do was dissect a frog,
girl,
all of a sudden now you are a virologist. You are you now are part of someone's Department of Public Health. You who never reads the news now has become an authority over infectious disease control, the spreading and the containment. You are now the consultant on the viral antibodies that's needed to build the antigens that's necessary so the vaccine can work for more than one person and goes across the markers, the DNA markers, because vaccines work differently based on your DNA markers. So if you now that person, you the one, and you then surmised that it was safe.
Surmised it yourself.
That it was safe. That you marked yourself safe. Safe. What? But when you receive, because again, we cannot dismiss the lack of critical thinking of the common man. And the saying goes, ain't nothing common about common sense.
Girl.
If
Nope.
you have our leader out here spewing misinformation, dissing, playing out dissing policy and procedure, ignoring precedent and statute, and not in the good way, because some of the precedent and statute was, rooted in racism and inappropriately positioned to be harmful to women and all that. So if you want to ignore that and do some new stuff, so that's going to help to build equity, go ahead and do that. Break them rules. But the rules that he trying to break is the one that keeps people safe, saves lives, doesn't help to incite violence.
Right.
He just made a statement today where he is speaking about repealing Obama's fair housing rule. And stated that if he repeals that it's going to boost the economy. Home prices are going to be fantastic, and that it's going to lower crime. I would like to quote a Twitter user by the name of Linnea Resistor.
I love it.
Her handle is Linnea, LINAYAUSA.
Hey.
She stated that this is Trump's 105th racist declaration about how he thinks that white suburban people don't want to live with poor folks in affordable housing. He's wrong about the demographics of the suburbs.
Wrong.
He is wrong about who commits crimes.
Wrong.
And he is living in a 1960s stereotype.
And once again, wrong. Sis, there are days when I just really cannot believe that this ish is happening. There are just moments where I'll come out of my la 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 lee lee lee, and I'll be like, this is real. They really put this man in office. I've never seen an evil like it. Lord, I hope the next president don't tweet shit. Excuse me. I hope the next president don't tweet nothing. Don't tweet nothing. Who knew the whole country would be ran and destroyed one tweet at a time? Who knew?
Who knew?
Who knew? Who knew?
I didn't know, sis. I had no idea. But again, I could not fathom that anyone would believe that this was a good choice for leadership. I have to question all of those who went out and, what do they call it, stumped for him. Any person who aligned themselves with him, I am looking at you with judgmental eyes. And y'all know Kyla don't try to judge. She be trying to see the good in everybody. But I have to look at you with questionable eyes now. Because I'm concerned about your ability to protect me. Like, you clearly don't care about you. But I require some protections in this world. And the fact that you just decided that I should just be uncovered is problematic. I am shocked and still in awe that in this year of the Lord of 2020, baby in the manger, Jesus, with the wise men, the northern star, and a cool southern breeze with some iced tea, that we have to even deal with this.
even have to deal with it.
I am not saying that I was super impressed by Hillary. She's a career politician. Family comes from political capital. She was married to a president and all of that. I get, I get. People was like, no, we don't want the status quo. No. All of whatever people was saying.
Right,
They was in their little feelings, in their heads, in their hearts, in their souls, whatever they was saying. I understand. People have a right to their vote if they vote. I can't make people vote just because I want them to vote. But if Hillary Clinton was in the Oval Office in the year of 2020, we would be so much better off in reference to this pandemic response.
So better off.
So much better off.
So much. Now, if Obama was in there, we'd have been back. The world would have been opened up right in time, June 1st.
If Obama was still in office, sis, you and I would have already been on vacation by now, because this would have been wiped out. We would already be having a good time, right? We would be enjoying the last couple of weeks of summer before the babies gotta go back. Life would just be different.
It would be.
And at least I would feel like that what was being shared, although I question most things anyway, generally speaking, I would at least feel like that the truth versus the political spin rate would be more like 70% versus 30%. So 70% truth, 30% political spin. I totally feel like this person who is in the office doesn't even have the inverse of the political spin. It is just all for self-gain and helping the Trump enterprise grow even more. He don't care about us. He care about his
none
money.
of them Republicans do. Sorry, none of them do, except for Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney has had a little talk with Jesus, and he done came on back across the aisle, right? But it was too little, too late,
Exactly. And when we needed him, where was he at?
How are these people sleep? That's the other thing, sis. The amount, the display of evil overwhelms me. I mean, you are evil. The moves that you make are nasty. You know how my grandmother used to say the word nasty like that? I mean, when she said nasty, you felt that within your gut. And that's what I mean. You have a nasty, dark soul. You don't want nothing good for nobody. And you've been elected to make decisions that are supposed. Why have we forgotten that? We have been you were elected to make decisions that were supposed to be for the greater good. You ain't done nothing but just, I mean, how do you go home at night and be like, 150,000 people died, but you know what? Next time he say vote to open up the country, but and not give unemployment, I'ma go for that. Where is your soul? My God, where is your soul? Where is your soul? Sis, where you at? I can't see you no more. Girl, you scared me. I'm like, oh.
I had went in the darkness, girl.
You did, girl, right? What scared me?
That's where like, soul is, in the darkness.
Girl, I was into it. I looked up and I said, oh, I don't.
In the
I don't see her.
Yes. Okay. You're right, sis. I think that irregardless. I heard that they added irregardless.
They did add irregardless.
Come on, irregardless.
You can thank Black people for that, because we did that.
Irregardless of your religious belief, you can also still be tied to a moral code. And there appears to be no moral code. There appears to be no moral fortitude. There appears to be no moral accountability. And the fact that he tries to purport himself as a Christian and uses this Bible and it was upside down the last time he had it in his hands, because
should have disintegrated when he touched it. I was surprised.
It is beyond me. And again, not that I am in this life to strike down anybody's life. I speak life. I don't speak negativity over one's life, even if you are not your best self. But of all the people, you didn't took John Lewis to glory. You didn't took. He was our only our only hope.
Okay.
Ruth, Sister Ruth, Judge Ruth.
Oh Lord.
Hanging on by the narrowest of threads. What are we going to do to protect democracy and freedom? I am concerned about this vote from home situation that we have to engage in. And that's what we need to have. We got to have someone on this show that's talking about elections. I know a couple people.
Me too. Yeah, we do.
That can talk to the people and provide some tips and some status updates as to what needs to happen. I believe someone said a couple days ago was 100 days. We got 100 days to the election.
I just don't even. Sis, I get the bubble guts thinking about the fact that they might put this food back in. I get the bubble guts. I mean, stomach rumbling in the jungle bubble guts. I can't do another 4 years of this man. I really don't want to.
No.
And we have to be real about that. This administration has made some folks. Have you noticed the suicide rate is going up alarmingly? And the young women are 30s to 35. One was the dear sister from Good Morning America. Just different things that are going on with people. It's dire straits out here for a lot of people. And, I had made the point earlier today. Today's just been a different day all the way around, sis. And, one of the things I had told somebody earlier, I said, COVID-19 plus the civil unrest already joined the stuff that was jumping off in my life already. This adds to this. I said, the difference is that we're all affected by it. Even if you're in denial that it affects you, it does. Even if you wasn't the one or don't feel, a way about what it is, COVID-19, I don't want to wear my mask. The protests, well, he shouldn't have did what he did. What? Put his neck on the knee on the back of his neck? That's what we talking about, nothing else. Breonna Taylor's still looking for justice for her. The brother decided he just gonna start arresting folks. You gonna come to his house and protest, you're arrested. How about that?
Right.
With a felony.
Right.
With a felony.
It's like
but we can't.
I'm sorry, sis.
No, I was just gonna say, but we can't get justice for Breonna Taylor, but you can get folks off your front yard with a felony. That's horrendous. Horrendous. Louisville, Kentucky.
It's just a difficult situation all the way around. And we here at the Pisces Life, we understand that times are tough. We continue to say, stay vigilant, but we also will say, stay encouraged. Yes. I have to believe that this is not our new norm. I have to believe that this is happening for a reason, and that when we emerge from this moment, that things will be better for many of us, especially those who it hasn't been good for a while, for a long time.
Yes.
Maybe our economy needs to crash so that it can be rebuilt in the proper way. But if that happens, I have to believe that people will be taken care of. Like we have all of these other developing countries where the government just is way more instructive and instrumental regarding the
Right.
care of its citizenship.
Italy.
And I just don't understand why we are a land of so much bounty, that we have people that don't have jobs, people that don't have things to eat, people that don't have homes. It is disgraceful, just to be honest,
Yeah.
that
That's the
we are
word.
not taking care of the citizens, and further that we don't take care of each other. So, sis,
Yes, girl, that's a sad one.
I love you, and
I
I'm gonna
love you
do and I'm
back.
gonna do my best to continue to support you as you support me. And
Yes.
if we just support each other one person at a time, maybe when we emerge from this situation, that our new normal will be kinder, more gentle, more economically stable,
Ooh, have mercy,
more
yes.
joyous, more loving, more caring, more understanding. Uh, that will be all of those things in society, which I think will help us to be better people overall.
Well said, and I agree, sis.
Well, on that
I
note,
agree. I know it, girl.
irregardless.
Irregardless of how we feeling right now, we could talk on more because there's a lot still happening in these streets that we're gonna be watching on. But
Irregardless, you've just listened to yet another edition of the Pisces Life podcast and network. If you have questions, suggestions, comments, you just want to say hi, send a
hey,
sister or two a donation, since we is doing this on the free, y'all can send all of that to the pisceslife@gmail.com. Our Twitter handle for the show is Pisces Podcast, one word. We are on the Instagram and the Facebook as the Pisces Life. Check in with us. Let us know you're listening. And
yes.
send us some love. It'll keep us encouraged over here to keep on going.
Hey.
Keeping on. Sis, if they're looking for you out here in these streets, fighting the good fight, where can they find you?
They can find me at I am just Letitia, Letitia, everywhere. Facebook, Instagram, and what's that other one? Oh yeah, Twitter, the Twitter. And since if they are looking for you, where can they find you at?
They can find me getting prepared to get my voter situation regulated and approved, because I want my vote to count.
I know
I
that's
need
right.
my vote to count. Y'all can find me on Twitter and Facebook as Kai Loves You, KAILOVESU. I'm on Instagram. Just add the number 2, Kai Loves You 2. And we are out of here, y'all. Be safe. Peace.
Peace.
Two fish living in a dream. One swimming up, one swimming downstream. The Pisces life. The Pisces life. Two fish living in a dream. One swimming up, one swimming downstream. The Pisces life. 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 The Pisces life.